everyone, it's Emily. So to preface for my YouTube channel, this is actually a video for my AP Lit class. And for my AP Lit class, hi Miss Lenneman, and hello everyone from second hour if you're watching this. But I actually have a YouTube channel where I do talk about books a lot, and I post a lot of travel vlogs. So whenever I go somewhere, I record a bunch of clips and I edit them together. It's mostly just for me and my friends because I like to look back on all the videos and like thoughts I had and stuff on books and all that. So it's not a super popular channel or anything. It's nothing cool or anything. It's just mostly fun for me when I feel like putting up a video. So this is actually going to go on there because it's a perfect excuse to upload another video. So for this video, I'm actually going to talk about a book I read, like December through January, called Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. And Leigh Bardugo is an author that has written the Six of Crows duology and the Shadow and Bone series, if any of you are familiar with that. This is actually a urban fantasy, so it's a fantasy that's set in today's world. It's actually super interesting because it takes place at Yale University and dives into the secret societies there, which are basically like cults. So it's a book kind of about a cult at Yale, which actually does exist. And I think that's so cool because I really love weird things. Cults, weird, right up my alley. And I had never really seen anyone, you know, talk about this topic before or really even address them. Members from the secret society at Yale have gone on to be like really popular, like Hollywood stars and presidents and people up in the government and CEOs of businesses and all that stuff. So it's a pretty powerful group of people. This kind of explores that, but if there was magic involved. So in the secret society in Yale, there are different houses. There's 9 of them. Each of them have a certain element of magic that they kind of specialize in. And the 9th house is actually the house that monitors all of the rituals and, you know, magic uses between all the houses. So they're kind of like the ones making sure that, you know, they aren't killing a bunch of people for whatever rituals, or, you know, magic's not getting out of hand, etc., etc. Part of the goal of this 9th house is they have to attend every ritual and make sure that ghosts don't interrupt the rituals, because if they do, it's really bad and they could end up slipping into our world when they're not supposed to. Typically what has to happen is the people of the 9th house have to take this kind of elixir type of thing to be able to see the ghost and to like interact with them and keep them away. But our main character, Alex Stern, can just see them without anything, which makes her special. And she's actually from a lower socioeconomic class out in LA. And when the secret society at Yale hears about her, they offer her a full ride scholarship to Yale, even though her grades aren't great. She is kind of in with the wrong people, very much a person who would not get into Yale. And so she ends up moving to Yale and going there, and she gets involved in this secret society. And it's a really interesting book with a very interesting concept. Warning, this is very much an adult book, so there are like themes like there's rape, there's drug use, alcohol use, all that type of stuff. So just fair warning for that. It's just really interesting because Alex is not your typical, you know, hero type. She's more of a morally ambiguous character, which I personally love. And it's also set up where it's switching back and forth between timelines. So there's this big event that happens and half the book takes place after that event and half of it takes place before that event. And you don't really know what has happened. You just kind of have to read to figure it out. And I personally love just shows, movies, books that do that because I very much like piecing together puzzles through my stories and everything, so I highly recommend this book. I think it's really interesting. It also is a little bit gory, very much an adult, so it's dark. It is dark, but I do really highly recommend it. And I think that's gonna be it for me talking about this book. And for my YouTube channel, I am working on uploading some videos because I have time off because, you know, quarantine. So hopefully you'll see those soon. Bye!